This was to be the day that the fighting stopped in Syria. As you know, a little over a year ago, a freedom movement rose up to overthrow the 41-year dictatorship of the Assad family. Since then, President Bashar al-Assad has been shelling his own cities, killing thousands. He was supposed to pull out his troops today in an agreement he made with the former head of the UN, Kofi Annan, but that didn't happen. On the border with Turkey, two influential U.S. senators called for military intervention, and Clarissa Ward was with them.
This is what Damascus residents woke up to. Tanks rolling through their neighborhoods on the first day of the ceasefire. And shells rained down on the battered city of Homs, the center of the resistance, dimming any hope that the Assad regime would honor its commitment to stop the violence. More than 24,000 refugees have fled Syria to these camps. Thousands crossed in the last week as violence surged in advance of today's deadline. This morning, U.S. Senators John McCain and Joe Lieberman, both strong advocates of international intervention, visited a Syrian refugee camp inside Turkey.
The violence continues in Syria today. At what point do we call this peace plan a failure?
Well, I think it was a failure from the start. Most of us knew because there was no pressure for Bashar al-Assad to actually stop the killing. So we think it's going to require military action on the ground.
But so far, those countries supporting the Syrian rebels have balked at military intervention.
It's really time to come together and act on behalf of these people who are putting their own lives on the line, and no one is really helping.
There's opposition in both parties. Americans are war-weary, but presidents lead. If the President of the United States tells the American people about this slaughter, I am confident the American people will support stopping it.
The refugees cheered the message, but what they may not know is how unlikely the Obama administration is to embrace the idea of military action.
Clarissa Ward is joining us in Antakya, Turkey. And Clarissa, the Obama administration has said repeatedly they don't want to intervene militarily. I wonder what the Syrian government is saying about why they missed this deadline.
Well, Syria's foreign minister today said that troops had begun to withdraw from towns and cities, but that there couldn't actually be an end to the violence until international monitors arrive inside Syria. He also said that the Syrian regime should have a hand in picking exactly who those monitors would be, essentially trying to renegotiate the terms of this peace plan on the very day that the regime was expected to implement it.
Clarissa, thank you very much. We asked our research department to remind us of Bashar al-Assad's broken promises. In August, he assured the UN that military and police operations had stopped. In November, he agreed to a peace plan with Arab leaders, then launched the bombardment of the city of Homs, a city of 1.5 million people. And in February, he promised his Russian allies that he would stop the violence.